this video, I'm going to write a prime number program. Before writing the prime number program, first you need to understand, first you need to know how to print the remainder value using the modulus operator. Then only you can able to understand the prime number program. So that first let's understand how to print the remainder using a modulus operator. Before that, first let's understand how to manually calculate the remainder value for a user given value. Imagine the user is giving us 6 value. The user given value is this is the user given value. This 6 is the user given value. Now our task is we need to find the remainder value for this 6. To find the remainder value for any value, there are 3 steps. Our first step is we need to divide this value by 2. We need to divide this value by 2. Once we divide the value, we will get the coefficient. If we divide 6 by 2, then we will get a coefficient as a 3. This is our second step. First step is we need to divide the user given value by 2, and our second step is we need to multiply this value. We need to multiply this coefficient value and this 2 value. Hope I am clear. If we multiply this value 2 into 3, we will get result as a 6. If you see, we will get result as a 6. Then our third step is we need to subtract this 2 value. We need to subtract this 2 value. If I subtract, I will get remainder as a 0. This is our remainder value. This 0 is our remainder value, and this is our coefficient value, and this is user given value. Hope I am clear. Let's see one more value. Now the user given value is a 9. Now we need to find the remainder value for this 9. Hope I am clear. What will be our first step? First step, we need to divide this value. First step, we need to divide this value. If I divide 9 by 2, then I will get a 4.5. But there is a one rule. We need to write the coefficient as a rounded value. We can't use coefficient value as a pointed value, so that as a rounded value, 4.5 as a rounded value, we'll get 4. If we divide 9 by 2, then we will get a point value. Then we will get a 4.5 value. But the rule is we need to use a rounded value as a coefficient, so that 4.5 rounded value is 4, so that I wrote 4 as a coefficient. Then what will be our second step? Our second step is we need to multiply this coefficient value with the 2. Hope I am clear. 2 into 4, 8. We will get a result as a 8. Then we need to, our third step is we need to subtract this 2 value. If we subtract, I will get a result as a 1. And this 1 is a remainder value for 9. Hope I am clear. This 1 is a remainder value for 9. Let's write the code to print the remainder value for this 9 and 6. To print the remainder, we need to use a modulus operator. Let's write the code first. Once we wrote the code, I will trace the code. First, I need 2 values. I need 2 values, so that first this is my user given value, and I need to divide the value by 2. That I am creating a b variable, and I am assigning 2 as my value. Then I am creating one more variable called c, and here I am going to do my modulus operation. To do this, we need to use a modulus operator. Then b, within a print function, I am going to print the c variable value. Let's execute this code. And if you see, we got output as a 1. Now I am going to give 6 as my input value. If you see, the remainder value of 6 is 0. Now I am going to use an input function. I am going to use an input function to get the value from the user. And we need to typecast this input value. Let's execute now. If you see, my program asking for input, I'm giving 7 as my input, and the remainder value of 7 is 1. I'm re-executing my program, and I'm giving level as my input, and the remainder value of level is 1. I'm re-executing my program, and I'm giving 14 as my input value. The remainder value of 14 is 0. Hope I'm clear. Now we'll have some idea about how to print the remainder value using the modulus operator. Next, before writing the prime number program, first we need to write the factor finds program. First, I'm going to write the factor finds program. Then I'm going to convert this factor finds program to prime number program. Hope I'm clear. Now, okay, let's test this code. Let's test this code before I get into the next topic. First, using an input function, actually our Python interpreter execute our program line by line, so that while executing the first line, first our Python interpreter execute the right side of assignment operator, and the equal to is known as assignment operator. First it will execute the right side of my assignment operator, so that first it will execute the input function. While executing this input function, in my output console, the enter value message will print. Once the user give the input, then the input function collect the input as a string. This input function consider the user given value as a string, so that we are doing a typecasting. Hope you will have some idea. I hope you know what is the typecasting and how to use a input function. Hope. Anyways, then we are typecasting from a string to int, and I am assigning the user given value to my A variable. Then I created a B variable and I assigned 2 as my value for my B variable. In the next line, in the third line, first it will execute the right side of my assignment operator. And what is the value of A? The user given value 14. Then what is the value of B? 2. 2 modulus, sorry, 14 modulus 2, then I will get a result as a 0. I am assigning the result value 0 to my C variable. Then within a print function, I printed the C variable. Let's write the prime number program. Before writing the prime number program, first I like to write the program to find the factors. Later, I'm going to convert the factors program into a prime number program. And to understand the prime number program, you need to have a 100% clarity on a for loop, range function, and a break statement. If you don't have a 100% clarity, then watch some videos to understand those topics. And one more thing, I published 1.5 hours of Python crash course in YouTube. If you are interested, you will find the link in the description. In this 1.5 Python crash course, I covered variables, data types like int, float, string, complex, boolean, list, set, tuple, dictionary, and loops, if statement, if else statement, then functions and strings. In 1.5 hours, I covered all those things. If you don't have a clarity on for loop and range function, you can watch the video and you will find the link in the description. Let's get into the topic. First, how to calculate manually the factors for a specific value. It's so simple. Imagine the user given values are 6. Can you tell me what are the values? Which are the values we can able to divide by 6? If you see, we can able to divide this 6 by 2, then we can able to divide this 6 by 3, and then we can able to divide this 6 by 6, right? This are the factors value. This 2, 3, 6 are the factors value for 6. Hope I am clear. Let's take one more value. I'm taking 8 as my value. The user given value is 8. Now I need to find the factors for this 8 value. And what are the factors value? 2. We can able to divide the 8 value by 2. Then 4. We can able to divide 8 by 4, right? Then we can able to divide 8 by 8, right? So this 2, 4, 8 are the factors value for my 8 value. Okay, Harish, you may ask, okay, Harish, how you will write this condition? Using a modulus operator, I'm going to write this condition. Later, I will convert this program into a prime number program. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this condition. And my condition is, if you see, first, I'm going to use a for loop. Why? Because if you see, we are trying to divide with the multiple values. We are trying to divide the user given value with the multiple values, so that I'm going to use a for loop and a range function. Then, first step, within my condition, I'm using this condition, and my condition is, first I'm finding the remainder. And if the remainder value is equal to 0, then the condition is true. Then I need to print this true value. What will be the remainder for this statement? 6 modulus 2. The remainder value for 6 is 2. So that the condition is true. So that I want to print this 2 value in my output console. Once the 2 value printed, next I want to check with the 3. Next, I need to check this condition with the 3. What is this? Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm explaining here. Anyways, the user given value is 6, right? The user given value is 6, and I am dividing the user given value by 2, so that the 2, what will be our first step? We need to divide this 6 by 2, and we will get coefficient as a 3. And then what will be our second step? We need to multiply this 2 value. 2 into 3 will get result as a 6. And what will be our third step? Our third step is we need to subtract this 2 value. If we subtract, I will get result as a 0, and this result is my remainder value. And the remainder value of this statement is 0 and equal to 0. The condition is true. Once the condition is true, I want to print this value. Next, once the 2 value printed, next I want to check with the 3. Now I am checking with the 3, and what is the remainder value for this statement? The remainder value for this statement is 0. 0 equal to 0, so that this condition is true. Once the condition is true, I want to print this 3 value in my output console. Once the 3 got printed, next I want to check with the 4. Next, and if you see, the remainder value is 4. If we divide the value, if we find the remainder, if we calculate the remainder value for 4 with the 6, then we will get a remainder as a 1, and 1 equal to 0. Then this condition is false. Once the condition is false, I want to check the next value without printing the 4 value in my output console. Hope I am clear. Next, I am checking with the 5. The condition is false, so that I don't want to print this 5 value in my output console. Next, I want to check with the 6. I want to check with the 6, and I will get I will get remainder as a 0, and my condition is true, so that I want to print this 6 value in my output console. If you see, and my starting value is 2, and the ending value and my stop value is 6, the user given value. My starting value is 2 and my stop value is the user given value. Hope I am clear. Why I am starting with the 2? Because for a 1, whatever the value, it will divide by 1. Hope I am clear. So I don't want to check the user given value with 1, so that I am starting with the 2. Let's write the code. Don't worry if you can't understand this. Once I wrote the program, I will promise you will get 100% clarity. Let's write the code first. First, I'm using an input function to get a input value from the user. Then I'm using a for loop. And I'm naming for loop variable as I. And in I'm using a range function. And what will be my start value? My start value is 2. My start value is 2 and my stop value is user given value. So that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the A value. Hope I am clear. Once I wrote the code, I will trace. Once I trace the code, you will get 100% clarity. Don't worry if you can't understand, and don't stress yourself. And my starting value is 2. Hope you will have some idea about the range function, and the stop value is exclusive, so that I am giving A plus 1. Next, within a for loop, I'm going to give a condition. Within a if condition, I'm going to use a if condition. And my condition is, first, what will be my first step? I need to find the remainder value, so that user given value and my I value then equal to 0. If the condition is true, then I want to print the I value. Let's execute this code. Later we will trace. And I'm giving 8 as my input. And if you see 2, 4 and 8 got printed. 2, 4 and 8 got printed. Let's trace this code. We all know that our interpreter execute our program line by line. While executing the first line, first it will execute the right side of my interpreter. First it will execute the input function, and once the user given value, my input function collect the value and assign to my A variable. And in the next line, I use a for loop. In the for loop, I named the for loop variable as a I, and I use a range function. And we all know that within a range function, we can able to give the start value and the stop value, and also we can able to give the step value. And as of now, I don't want to use a step value. Anyways, this is my start value. 2 is my start value, and the stop value is exclusive. It will not include it, so that I did plus 1. The user given value, what will be our user given value? 8 plus 1. Hope I am clear. 8 plus 1, that's mean 9. My stop value is 9, and the stop value is exclusive. If the range function is true, then the for loop will execute. Within the for loop, in the body of for loop, I wrote a one condition, one if condition, and my condition is, first I'm finding the remainder. I'm finding the remainder using the modulus operator. What is the value of 8? The value of what is the value of A variable? The A variable value is 8 and modulus. And what is the value in the first loop? In the first loop, the value of I is 1. Actually, in the first loop, my iterator fetch the 2 value. Okay, I don't want to confuse you by saying iterator. And if you want to learn iterator, or if you need 100% clarity on for loop and the range function, then you need to understand the iter function and the next function. Then only you will get 100% clarity on range function and for loop. Okay, I'm clear? Anyways, I don't want to confuse you by saying iterator. This 2 value in the first loop, the 2 value will assign to my I variable. The first loop, the 2 value will assign to my I variable. What is the current value of I? 2. The current value of I is 2. In the first loop, the current value of I is 2. And what is the current value of my A variable? My A variable value is 8. So that 8 modulus 2, I will get a remainder as a 0, so that the condition is true. If you see equal to, I use a double equal to, so that it will compare both values. If you use a single equal to, then I am assigning the value to my variable. But in this case, I used a 2 equal to, so that it will compare. And the remainder value is 0, and I'm comparing with the 0, so that the condition is true. Once the condition is true, then it will execute the body of if condition. In the body of if condition, I wrote the print function, and within the print function, I printed the I. What is the current value of I? The current value of I is 2, so that the 2 got printed. Once the if condition, once the body of a for loop executed, then again it will execute the range function. Now my range function value is 3, and my iterator fetch the 3 value and assign to my I variable. My current I variable, now it's my second loop. In my second loop, the range value is 3. My iterator fetch the 3 value and assign to my I variable, and my current I variable value is 3. Next, it will execute the body of for loop. In the body of for loop, in the first line, I wrote the condition, and my condition is a remainder, my A modulus I. And what is the current value of A? 8. And what is the current value of I? 3. and we will get a remainder as a, what will be the remainder? Okay, we will get a remainder as a 1, and now the condition is false. Now the condition is false, so that when the condition is false, our Python interpreter will not execute the body of if condition. Without executing the body of if condition, again it will check the range function. Now in the third loop, and the range function value is 4, so that my iterator fetch the 4 value and assign to my I variable. Now my current I variable value is 4, and then it will execute the body of for loop. In the body of for loop, I wrote the if condition, and my condition is a modulus I, and what's the current value of a? 8, and what is the current value of I? 4. So that 8 divided 8 remainder by 8 remainder 4, we will get remainder value as a 0, so that the condition is true. When the condition is true, then it will execute the body of if condition. It will execute the body of if condition, and what is the current value of I? 4, and the 4 got printed. Hope I am clear. Like this, the loop will execute for until the stop value reach, until the range function stop value reach. The loop will happen for multiple times until the stop value reach. Hope I am clear. If the condition is false, then it will not execute the body of if condition. Without executing the body of if condition, then it will check the range function. Hope I am clear. Now we'll have some idea about how to find the factors program. Hope you will have 100% clarity. With my hope, I am moving to write a prime number program. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a break statement. Why? Because, okay, let's understand. Just a minute. Anyways, I'll do this. Okay, just a minute. Okay, before converting this factors program into a prime number program, first let's understand how to calculate, how to find a prime number manually. To consider this 6 as a user given value. Now I need to find this 6 is a prime number or not, and I am dividing this value with 6. If you see, I am dividing 6 value with 2. I am dividing 6 value 3. I am dividing 6 with 4 until 6. Hope I am clear. Now, okay, how to find manually the user given value is a prime number or not? First, while dividing the user given value with 2, if we get a rounded value, if you see, we get a result as a 2. When we divide 6 divide by 2, we got a rounded value. When we got a rounded value, then we need to check both values are same. Prime numbers means in one line, the value divisible by itself is known as a prime number. You may not have a clarity. Let's understand. We will see a few more examples. So at the end of the video, you will get 100% clarity on what is prime number. Okay. First, I am dividing the 6 by 2, and I will get a result as a 3. And if you see, the result is a rounded value. When we get a rounded value, then we need to check both value. If you see both values are different, then the value is not a prime number. We will see one more scenario. We need to check both number. If both number are same, then it is a prime number. If both numbers are not same, then it is not a prime number. Let's see this example. This as an example. The user given value is a 5, so that I am dividing the user given value with till 5, from 2 to till 5. First, I am dividing 5 by 2, and I will get a result as a pointed value. Then I am dividing the 5 with the 3, and I got a pointed value. Then I am dividing the 5 with the 4, and I am getting pointed value. Then I am dividing the user given value, the 5 value with the 5, and I am getting a rounded value. Here only, in the last line only, we got a rounded value. So when we get the rounded value, then we need to check the user given value and the divided value. If you see both values are same, then this value is a prime number. Then the 5 is a prime number. Let's see one more example. And the user given value is 8. And if you see, first I divide the user given value by 2, and I got a result as a 4, and the 4 is a rounded value. When we got the rounded value, then we need to check both values are same. The user given value and the divisible value are same. If you see in this scenario, the both value are not same. So that the 8 is not a prime number. Let's see one more example. If you see, the user given value is 11. First, I am dividing 11 by 2. I will get a pointed value. Then I got 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 a pointed value till my 10. In the last, I am dividing level by level. And I got a rounded value. You see, one is a rounded value. When we got a rounded value, then we need to check both user given value and divisible value are same. And if you see in this scenario, both values are same, so that we came to conclude. We need to come to conclude that the user given value, the level values are prime number. Hope I am clear. Now let's write the code. Okay, Harish, you may ask how you are going to achieve this. So simple. If you see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare this I value with my a variable value. I will show you. Just a minute. Just a minute. While while printing the output, I need only one output. I only need the first output. Rest of the things, rest of the values I don't want to. So that I'm going to use a break statement. I'm going to use a break statement. I'll show you one more example. First, I'm going to check the user given value with this first result value. I'm going to check the user given value with the first result value. What is the user given value? 8. 8 equal to 2. 8 equal to, I'm going to give the condition is 8 equal to 2. If the condition is true, then I need to print it's a prime number. If the condition is false, then I need to print a not a prime number. And if you see the condition is false, 8 is not equal to 2, so that the condition is false, I need to print not a prime number. I need to give one more example. Just a minute. Hope till now you'll have 100% clarity with my hope. I'm moving forward. And if you see now, the user given value is 11 and the output is 11. If you see, the output value and the user given value are same. Now I'm going to use a condition, and my condition is level equal to level. Yes, now the condition is true. When the condition is true, I need to print the prime number. It is level is a prime number. Hope I'm clear. Now I'm going to use a break statement. Let's execute now. I'm going to give a 8 value. In previous program, what are the values we got as output? We got output as a 2, 4, and 8. Now let's execute this program. Now let's see. If you see, only 2 got printed. Only 2 got printed. Previously, we got output as a 2, 4, and 8. When we give a input as a 8, now we got only one output, the first output. Let's test this code before moving to next. Well, what happened is first in the first loop, we all know that the user given value is 8, and the input function assign the 8 value to my a variable, and within a for loop while executing the for loop, first it will check the range function, and my iterator fetch the 2 value. In the first loop, my iterator fetch my range value is 2, and my iterator fetch the range value 2 and assign to my I variable. And within if condition, what is the current value of a 8, and what is the current value of I 2, and you will get a remainder value as a 0, so that this condition is true. Once the condition is true, then this print function will execute. Within the print function, I printed the I. What's the current value of I? 2. So that the 2 got printed. After executing this print function, in the next line, I use a break statement. When the break statement executed, when the break statement activated, my loop will complete its execution. My loop will complete its further execution. Hope I'm clear. When the break statement line executed, my loop will complete its further execution. Hope I'm clear. Now, what I'm going to do is outside of my for loop, using a print function, I just want to print a hi message. That's it. I just want to print hi message within a print function from outside of my for loop. Let's execute this. And I'm giving level as my value. And if you see, once the break statement activated, once the break statement executed, my Python interpreter complete its further for loop execution, and then it will execute the next line of my for loop. In the next line of my for loop, I wrote a print function. I use a print function, and within a print function, I printed the hi message, so that when the break statement executed, my Python interpreter complete terminates its further for loop execution and execute the next line of my for loop. In the next line of for loop, I have printed the hi, so that the hi message got printed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a if condition, and within a if condition, I'm going to compare this a variable value and I value from outside of my for loop. If a equal to I, then I need to print prime number. Or else if the condition is false, then I need to print not a prime number. Let's test. Okay, before executing this code, let's test this code first. Imagine the user given value is 11, and what is the current value of a? A variable is 11. Hope I'm clear. While executing the for loop, first the range value is 2. First, okay. Anyways, I'm going to change the value. Imagine the user given values, because giving 4 will help you to understand easily. Anyways, what is the remainder value? We'll get the remainder value as 0, so that the condition is true. the condition is true. When the condition is true, it will execute the print function. Within a print function, I will print so that in my output console, the 2 will print. Then the break statement got executed. When the break statement got executed, my for loop terminated its further execution and execute the next line of my program. In the next line of program, I wrote a condition, if condition. And what is the current value of sorry? Okay, what is the current value of A? 4. And equal to what is the current value of 2? So what is the current value of I? 2. So that it is not equal. The condition is false. When the condition is false, without executing the body of if condition, it will redirect to else block. When the condition is false, it will execute the else block. In the else block, I printed a message that not a prime number. Hope I'm clear. Let's execute this code. Let's see if we are getting out or not. I'm giving input as 4. If you see, not a prime number, not a prime number. I'm re-executing my program. Let's give level as my value. If you see, prime number got printed. I'm re-executing my program. I'm giving 6 as my input, not a prime number. Hope I am clear. That's it for this video. And if you are interested in our crash course, it's completely for free. You can find the link in your description. So please stay tuned. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe this channel. And further, I'm going to post a few more topics. If you have any specific topic to explain, then leave me a comment. And one more thing, if you have 100% clarity, then leave 100% clarity in the comment. If you don't have 100%
Subscribe to
clarity,
my channel.
for example, if you have a 50% clarity, then leave 50% clarity in the comment. Then ask with your question or ask with your doubts. I will help you to solve. Stay tuned. Thank you.